forget if it was January or June when I met one of them, Jeff Jones. He was in Saratoga, which is in upstate New York. I was in a screening of the Weather Underground. Now, I'm a student of history. I actively pursue it, and yet I have never, ever been told of their existence. Have you? The WUO, Weather Underground Organization, was birthed from the SDS, Students for a Democratic Society. This was before me, before some of you even. And my dad was on the road then. He was at Kent State. He was affected. But he never told me. No one did. Not my teachers, not my professors, not even Zinn. And what was it about Maryland, man, especially that Ann Arbor campus, which inspired such radical honesty, such candor, such brash, unrestrained, unrelenting adherence? The FBI described you as a domestic terrorist group. The FBI. Who cares about the FBI? Fucking bullshit Inc. From 69 to 77, there you were, in the streets, in the sheets, in the shit. Do you remember the days of rage? Does anyone? Timothy Leary owes you. The Chicago 7 owes you. Fred Hampton owes you. Greenwich Village owes you. Hell, even the Capitol owes you.
This system is going to be overthrown. It's going to mean a fight. And it's going to mean a lot of white people risking a lot of things.
So there I was, at a screening of the Weather Underground, and I forget if it was January or June, but I met one of them, a Jeff Jones, while I was in Saratoga. He was living in Albany, and he said, how ironic is it that the Nixon-era government, who we saw as the embodiment of all that is evil in the world and in this country, how crazy is it that I have spent my life fighting to champion the EPA, an organization created by that very administration. It just goes to show how much we change and how little we know. In July of '69, 30 members of the Weather Underground traveled to Cuba, where they met representatives from North Vietnam who requested armed political action in the U.S. to stop the war. They may or may not have received aid from Cuba to include bomb-making training and materials. Either way, they went home and it was on. They began slowly, as these things are oft to do, a jailbreak that September, quickly followed by violent confrontations with Chicago police, ironically, in Chicago. October brought the first bombing, but it wouldn't be the last. Days of rage, riots, sniper attacks, and don't forget bombing those cop cars. This rounded out the year nicely, as it was almost Christmas after all. 70 kicked off with a bang as an ROTC building got the pipe treatment. Chicago, New York City, even New Jersey wasn't immune. Dynamite, nails, ammunition, nitroglycerin, all in a day's work, ramping up, an arrest here, a beating there, always a confrontation, always the confrontation. The declaration of a state of war communique hit in the heat of the summer, and it was punctuated by the bombing of the San Francisco Hall of Justice. Fuck that place! New York City Police Headquarters, the Presidio, Bank of America, a Queens Traffic Court, a Marin County Courthouse, a Long Island Courthouse, Harvard. Even a second round at the Haymarket Police Monument, which they'd already bombed. You're everywhere. Everywhere. Thank the gods. Or perhaps just the convicts.
Hello. This is the first communication from the Weathermen underground. I'm going to read a declaration of a state of war. Kids know the lines are drawn. Revolution is touching all of our lives. Freaks are revolutionaries, and revolutionaries are freaks. Within the next 14 days, we will attack a symbol or institution of American injustice.
Where was I? Oh yes, it was a screening of The Weather Underground, and it was in January, or maybe in June. I met Jeff Jones. He was one of them. It was in Saratoga, which is north of Albany, which is north of the Capitol, which is what they bombed in '71, along with the Sacramento and San Francisco offices of prisons. So too, the New York Department of Corrections in Albany. So close, too close, and yet decades away. The Pentagon was bombed in '72, and in '73, the 103rd New York Police Precinct. Good on ya! But by now, it was time to go big or go home. So to Rome, where the ITT headquarters was bombed, and also the one in New York City. Such a pity. And in '74, there were more. Offices in San Francisco, the Attorney General's office, Gulf Oil headquarters, even the Anaconda Corporation. Never heard of it? Not to worry, I looked it up. It's part of the Rockefeller Corporation. In '75, they were mostly still alive, notwithstanding the accidental explosion which took out 3 of their own. The State Department, the Department of Defense, another bank, and more. What else was in store in the organizing of the Weather Underground organization? The bicentennial came and went, and with it went the Weatherman, as a wind blew the wind out of their sails. And they all sailed off into the sunset. Some meant for so much more, but by '77, it was done. They were gone. They'd faded away, underground or to jail. It seemed there was nothing left of the revolution, the solution, the anti-institution, the left-leaning, ever-preening beginning was ending already.
There's no way to be committed to nonviolence in the middle of the most violent society that history's ever created. I'm not committed to nonviolence in any way.
In 2004, after the screening of The Weather Underground, which had to have happened in either January or June, a man stood up and introduced himself as Jeff Jones. He said he was one of them. He said a lot of things. He didn't say, however, anything about how you don't need a weatherman to know which way the wind blows. Later, I walked down the dark streets in Saratoga. Later still, I drove home in silence in New York. I thought of how my father never told me, and my teachers never told me, and books never told me, and TV never told me. And there I was, thinking.
When you feel that you have right on your side, you can do some horrific things.
And so, I did a thing, which I never do. I went to bed and woke up and wrote this poem in the middle of the night. It was all I could think to do to respond to the response of the storming of the Capitol. And how, if their side was my side, like this side is my side, then I would have been there with them.
Don't ever say we're going into a revolution. We're in a revolution. Now the question is, who's going to win it?
The Weather Underground. Where the hell are you now?